We're live.
Hello.
We're live. Make sure. Of course, I gotta post this to social media, right?
That's right, John.
Okay, posting. Hello, Facebook people. It's on a delay, so hopefully it just reached you.
That's some wild music, John. What have we got?
Hello, Twitter. Oh, Twitter. Hello, Twitter. All right, here we go. Let me go back to my screen where I can monitor us. Welcome.
I got a new chair.
Watch this.
Wow.
Nobody's ever done that before.
Well, not in the history of mankind, but
Okay, welcome to episode 8.
yes, episode 8. We've done 9 of these if you count the Drunken Studio Tour. We count those.
That was the
episodes
pilot.
here.
That was the pilot.
And somehow we got picked up
By who? The Party Timer Slasher?
by Birdie.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
She wrote us another check.
So, we are going to begin mixing on the Party Time Wrist Slasher, which is a kind of jazzy little piece here. Little weird.
It's a victim of the card,
It is a victim of the card
but it's
system.
also a, is any child not beautiful? So we think of our songs as our children.
So, for people that are new to the card system, why don't you explain to them what it is?
Before we started recording our 2017, I'd call it a comeback album because I wasn't on the 2 previous Brethren albums. Is this too much explaining?
No, it's not explaining. Keep going.
All right, so God and Birdie inspired me to get into music again, but John was the man that did the heavy lifting.
Don't look at me when I look at you. It's creepy.
Don't make eye contact with him, John. Anyway, so John came up with an idea that we were going to do this card system where we write down all these different ideas, title ideas, lyrics, keys, what instruments you have to do, and the list goes on and on.
Keep going. Keep talking.
And so anyway,
Sorry about that.
so what we did is we just created about, 200, 300 cards just over a period of time, just writing down good ideas, bad ideas, ridiculous ideas, drunken ideas. And the rule was you have to draw 4 cards at random, and you have to do what the cards say. And for Turquoise Dream Seed, we were a real slave to it, though. Oh, cool. You're going to show it. Let's pick 4 cards at random and not use them.
So, yes.
All right. These are cards that have never been used before.
So we take turns. I got.
This is a really
Can
good
you see it?
It's beautiful.
It's color coded. The color coding means nothing. It's just a.
No, it means we're an ally.
Just a tray I got.
We are an ally of LGBTQ rights.
That is true.
Obviously, it's true. I mean,
Obviously,
come on, man.
we're a fan of all human rights, including our own.
Sometimes.
Sad musicians doing live streams of mixing sessions.
People love it. People love it.
All right, so don't look at the card. Don't look at the card. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
No, it's probably upside down.
You can't read it.
Yeah, you can't read the card to get all 4.
Our camera ain't that good, and our cards aren't that well written.
I'm
so
going for the Jasmine Blue Eyes bucket.
he's going for the blue. Don't think we're actually gonna.
We're not,
We're just demonstrating.
but we will put them in the front.
But we will do this in the future. We will make songs.
That would
we
be,
will
that would
stream
be
live.
so cool. Yeah.
This crazy creation process.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sticking with 4 cards, but you could even take it further and go to as many as
Oh, good luck with that.
a million. Infinity.
Oops. I didn't see
Ah,
it. No,
you looked.
no, I
You
didn't.
looked.
No, I saw there's words on the cards.
Okay, so if we were...
To do a song right now, we're not going.
Okay, we gotta write a song. Say we're writing a song right now.
This is much smarter than what I was doing.
So, the first rule. These are rules. These are things you gotta stick with when you make the song.
Right, but what?
We're a little lenient on this album.
Right.
Yes.
We want to let a good song get ruined by a bad card.
Yeah.
And we changed the title rule to working title.
Yes.
And we've talked about that before. Because there are songs that could have had a really... It's worked out, though.
We actually tried to publish this game, but we didn't get enough backers. So, the game never came out. I'm sorry.
But you can
We
make
tried.
it yourself.
We tried.
Because we believe in freedom of expression, which means you're more than welcome to go out and get some index cards and just write ideas down.
I forgot to plug the computer in.
Wait.
The battery's good. We just need to plug it in so we don't lose the feed.
Okay, so
Or
let's
anything
read
else.
these. Let's read these off and hope it's the worst song. Of all
Okay,
time.
folks, imagine a song that sounds like this. It's got to have a harpsichord solo.
It's fucking Beatles, all right.
Every song's got to have a harpsichord solo.
Pretty much everything off front so.
Okay. Main rhythm instrument, electric piano. This isn't that unusual.
This is normal.
Electric piano with a harpsichord solo.
Right? Might be the same thing.
Okay. Drum beat repeats, no fells. Guilty. I was about to say I'm a victim of that, but both. I'm guilty and I'm a victim. This is Aaron's handwriting. Oh boy. So
We were doing fine.
I remember the first two cards. What was the drum beat repeats, no fells, harpsichord solo. Main rhythm. I spelled rhythm totally wrong. I still don't know how to spell it. Main rhythm instrument is the electric piano.
There's an H in.
And here we go with the last card. Aaron's goofy ass card, which usually
Ruins the song.
ruins the song. Rule: must use pizza 3 times. Can sound like pizza, but doesn't need to be spelled pizza. Can you explain that
Yeah.
for me and the viewers?
If you were gonna write if Jazz Joplin ever existed, and I'm so glad she did, take another piece of my heart.
Oh, no, it makes sense.
We did that with Womb though. We did that. That actually happened in debut album number 2, not the pizza line. What? We had to use the word womb like 7 times. Mm-hmm. So what we did when we co-wrote it is we would say like tune between 1, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. No, because tune's kind of in there, so that's what we did. We just kind of shoved it in there as different words.
So now you get an idea how these works of insanity are created.
Yeah, but
It doesn't.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, I had nothing to say. I didn't know what I was gonna say.
There's no writer's block with this shit.
No.
Like sometimes you get like all bad cards. Can I tell about the Christmas song?
Yeah, but we're about to move on to the next subject with it. Go ahead.
I don't remember the 4th card, but it was Christmas Anthem with one of the cards.
Yeah.
Falling asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
And must use viola.
Yeah.
And we had no good viola sounds.
No.
It was so
It
frustrating.
was, and we didn't really want to write a Christmas song. It was just
I feel like we just got rid of all the bad cards at once.
the weird thing is the project still exists in here, but I don't even know if we started it. We must have started it, but
We're not gonna listen to it.
we're
don't
not
worry.
gonna listen to it.
Not today, anyway.
Maybe next Christmas. I'll give you my heart.
Next.
Did I steal your joke? I stole everybody's joke.
Aw.
All right, so as you can see, it's another song with not too many tracks on
Which
it.
is surprising because it seems very dynamic.
Yeah, we did. I mean, not to say we purposely didn't put a lot of tracks on it. It's just how it worked out.
It sounds dynamic though.
Yeah,
Plus it's jazz.
it's got enough on it.
We tell ourselves it's jazz. Can I tell them about jazz? I don't know anything about jazz.
I got a book. I got a couple books on it. If you want to read.
No,
about
like
it.
it's not like I'm trying to be ignorant, but I'm really confused how you got like fusion jazz. Like I've talked about this before with you personally, but not on the air.
Yeah,
I mean, not on this air.
like the rest of the people. I'm looking at the poster of Billie Holiday behind you.
She is a jazz musician,
Yes.
a jazz singer in a soul band. I don't know. So
In a
Session band.
session band. That's a Bright Eye song. It's great. Listen to it.
he's from our hometown. Anyway, what confuses me about jazz, I'm not trying to be a jerk, is like if you listen to like fusion jazz and then Harry Connick Jr., I'm like, this ain't the same genre. Explain it to me real quick.
Yeah, but it's like that with a lot of different kinds of music. It's kind of like, what category does it fit in the best? But we're not worried about categories. Right?
We were on this song because we had one of the cards was must be jazz.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that would explain it.
So we were.
But as you can see, we're not just a one-track band. We may not have done jazz perfectly. Some people say that's not jazz, but it's our attempt.
Well, it's not meant to be jazz. It's meant to be
jazzy.
It's meant to be nightmare fuel.
Why don't you explain the lyrics while
Okay.
I get this little process started here?
So when I was in junior high, I wrote a play called the Party Time Slasher, and it was really weird because people were really into this play, right? It's basically like a knockoff of Friday the 13th, but I was in junior high. And for some reason, John, who's 2 years younger than me, believe it or not. So anyway, he came in and he was like, were you the Party Time Slasher?
I was.
He was the murderer. And I already told the story about the girl I had a crush on, so let's not do that again. But the point is that the idea is that you have a character, we kind of flip the tables, like Party Time Slasher was just a Jason knockoff, right? And the Party Time Wrist Slasher is a guy that cannot die. He dies, but he comes back from the dead every time.
Yeah.
So he just freaking goes all out at every party.
See, I have a different vision of it. I imagine, not to be morbid, somebody taking their own life at a party, which happens and is terribly sad, and I'm not making light of it. That's what I thought the song was about.
There was an actual musician that did that.
Yes, I know, but let's not talk about it. But that's actually what I think of when I hear the song. I don't even remember the play that well. I remember being in the play. I don't remember being called the Party Time Wrist Slasher.
There was a part 2 as
so,
well. Yeah.
Okay. Now it's a little less morbid to me. All these years, like this has been around a while. This song's been floating around. All these songs have been. It's been hard to get around to actually completing them too.
Other than a couple of the B-sides. Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Why do you keep saying that? I stopped talking already.
Okay, so Jasmine Blue Eyes came out in November 2018, and by the time we released that song, I think pretty much every song for the album had been written in some shape or form. So these songs are all like from 2018.
Yeah, so we basically made a whole lot of singles because we didn't have time to actually sit down and fix the album or mix the album. Fix it? Fix it.
I want to give one bit of advice for people though that gaslight themselves for releasing too many singles. It's really cool because you get individual artwork, and I think it helps define. Like it gives you a visual imprint if you're not making music videos.
Yeah, I mean we live in a different musical climate now. I mean you heard me earlier, I listened to 3 albums straight while I was pumping the weights. Pumping the weights, daddy. I shouldn't have drank before this, but I listen to. Yeah. I like to listen to albums all the way through, but we live in a musical climate where it's all about the damn singles, and we don't need to have that discussion because that's been had. You could just go
on Twitter and search or something.
But I mean, seriously, how many times you know what you people do? I'm not accusing you of anything. I do it. You hit save, thumbs up, whatever fucking musical streaming service you're using. Oh, I cussed. And
I don't care.
And you save it to your playlist, and then you put your playlist on shuffle and you listen to it. You don't really listen to the whole album. Like I do that all the time.
Okay.
But a lot of times you'll be listening. You will listen to the whole album, but you'll be like, "Hey, I like this song."
And then it's
sticking to my playlist.
And then you're barbecuing, and it's playing Dirty Computer. But
I love Dirty Computer.
Yeah, well, that's the best song from that album, trust me. But anyway, to sound old, we weren't really music fans in the days of LPs. We're not gonna lie. Like when records were the thing, we were little kids, and I just would put on Iron Man, and it scared me really bad. By Black Sabbath.
Somebody else had that story. Yeah, that cool guy that does tutorial videos. He's like he's big. He's Will Hewitt.
Well, that's a shout out.
Whatever his name is, he has the same story as you. He used to listen to Iron Man as a little kid, and it scared him.
I was scared of it, but I wanted to be scared, so I literally put it on and I tried to run and hide before I got through the first sentence. Iron Man. It scared me so bad, but I like being scared by it. And you know that about me. I was like haunted houses and scaring me.
And that is how you end up writing songs called the Party Time Wrist Slasher.
Let's go.
Black Sabbath as a child.
Not enough.
All right. So what I was going to ask you here.
Me or the fans?
If you look at this main, we could rename this. Let's go ahead and save this as Save project
But-
as mix 1.
As usual, we're going to play it all the way through without talking over it. Hopefully, that never happens, but so you can hear how it is now, and then we'll start doing
As usual. I don't know if we do that as usually. We do it when we're letting the isotope
No, I think we should play it once through.
visual mixer do its thing. But yeah, I'm gonna save this.
Oh, yeah, that.
So there's only 2 versions, strangely enough. There's the original and then there's version 2. So it looks like the original version of this song was started on January 6th of 2019. That's when it was saved.
Okay, so it's not quite 2018, but it's close.
And then we rehashed it in March 1st of 2019. Uh-oh, our speaker cut out. We're good. Everybody can still hear everything all right. It's just
So,
that our monitors, we're talking too much and without playing the song. So
Our youngest niece did the artwork for Door to the Moon, and we were showing her every song, and she was digging everything until she got to this. It's a true
this
story.
is a weird one. All right, so we're going to save it as
Which is
mix
weird
1.
because I would expect this to be our favorite when you think about it. It's a very dark sense of humor. All right.
Okay, there we go. And now what I was going to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
So we got this, I'm going to solo it up.
Sure you are.
I got this electric piano sound here. So it's got...
Oh, wow. I wish they could see what we see.
So it's got... Yeah, everybody can see what we see.
It's a joke.
So we got a tremolo pan on it without... With... We got a
Ooh,
wah
that's fucking
effect.
beautiful.
We got a wah effect.
All right. It's too quiet.
It is quiet. I don't know if you can hear that.
Wait, can't you turn your speakers up? Can you just turn the speakers up?
So here's what I'm going to do. What I was going to ask him is whether we should print it with those effects on it. We don't got to do that. What we can do is turn those off for now. Definitely leave on our Cakewalk Sound Center with... It's hard to tell what setting you actually... Oh, it looks like mini piano dry. So... Okay. I'm going to turn those back on for now.
I promised we would play a song before you got boring.
So, what we got to do first of all is we want to glue all these things together.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're going to go ahead and highlight everything.
We had a lot of fun making this song. The lyrics were a mouthful, weren't they?
Yes. I'm going to go ahead in Reaper. We are using Reaper, just in case you're wondering, just in case you can't see the sickle up in the upper left-hand corner.
Is that true?
No, there's a sickle.
I never knew what that was. I thought it was a guitar pick.
It's a sickle. It's called Reaper.
I know what a Reaper does.
It fits the song. It's...
Well, I mean, the alternate, like, the thing
Then
is,
there's
like,
the guy going... Oh, sorry.
just because we explain to you what the song's about doesn't mean you can't make up your own story, because we're never really sure what we're writing about.
I'm going to glue items.
So, for,
It's going to take a sec.
can you bring me a small beer, please?
I meant to do that.
Is that an Urkel thing?
Let's...
Bring me a small beer, please.
All right, you keep talking. You keep talking.
All right.
Don't say anything weird. Not too weird.
So anyway, another explanation is that the guy's not resurrected over and over, that he's just an awful person, and he eventually kills himself at a party, and he wakes up in hell, but he was such a bad person he's celebrated in hell. It's dark. But, I mean, you need to take whatever meaning you want. Like, you're like, oh, my friend named Polly J, and Polly J was just like this, and it's about Polly J. We're not telling you what the song's about to you, no matter what. Like, if you're a girl, okay, Jasmine Blue Eyes is about Birdie. But if your name's Jasmine and you have blue eyes, make it about you. You're like, well, those lyrics don't all apply to me. Then make them apply to you. Write some songs by candlelight. Fly back to L.A. tonight. There's true magic. Just reach out for it. I'm out of stuff to say. I'm not. It's a lot of dead air.
Because you're talking to yourself. It's your fault. If you're bored, you're bored.
I'm not bored. I just want to say so much stuff about Birdie.
You're the one who's making me take extra steps.
Okay, so anyway, no matter what the song is, like Door to the Moon, When I Dream of You, that's about our dad. But it could be about your mom that died, or your kid that died, or your dog that died.
I'm cutting him off right here. I told him not to go there. He's always got to go there.
What did I do?
Stop going there.
What did I do?
Always down that dark street. All right. Thank you to the two people who are watching.
Can I tell the truth?
I mean, yeah.
When I walk by streetlights, they go out. What's that say?
Okay, so I say frequently, definitely don't want to have to glue, glue those again.
Not every time in my life.
Process of the mixing.
But I took a walk in the nighttime. Last time I walked in the nighttime, and every time I walked by a streetlight, there's 2 streetlights by our house, and they just went out as I walked by them in the middle of the night.
That's cool.
I felt like bad.
I got stories too.
Walking down the train tracks, noticing how much human poop there was.
Oh, I got that video somewhere. I got that on an old phone.
Why is there
One day we're going to upload that. It is me narrating as I'm walking down a scary-ass train track. There's literally human feces all over the place.
So I would have laughed.
I'm like, where the hell am I? Luckily, I filmed it for
posterity's sake.
I was going to say posterity. I'm like, is that the word? I hope it's the word.
That is absolutely the term. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, going back to the Cakewalk Sound Center,
you filmed the human feces?
I don't think I filmed that part.
Thank gosh.
Yeah. I was just filming myself looking terrified. I was actually walking to a concert on the Las Vegas Strip. I don't know how I found this weird, hidden, desolate desert out in the middle of nowhere.
It was in Vegas. There's a lot of desert.
It was by that creepy... it wasn't by it, but it was pretty much right off of that creepy strip club that looked
Scores.
Like... It might have been... I don't think it was Score. Hustlers. And it looked like the From Dusk Till Dawn strip club on the outside. And it all went strange from there. Once I got to the MGM Grand, was I relieved, man. I was like, once I hit the strip, I'm like, wow, I'm back in...
When the strip feels normal,
reality.
You know you've been somewhere dark.
Yeah.
Because...
I used to do that. I'd just roam and end up in weird freaking places. That's how... So we ended up with the party.
So everything's glued. Your color coding's not happening now.
I can color code. I don't got really probably enough tracks to even have to worry about it.
Cool. Let's not do that then.
We probably will do it. All right. So what we're doing is we're going to bounce this down. We want to keep the virtual instrument on there, the MIDI mini piano. We're going to turn off the tremolo and the pan and the wah here before we bounce it down so we can re-add them, and then we can still affect those, but the MIDI instrument itself will be printed. So that's what we're doing here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and right-click on the track there, and we're going to go to apply track / take effects to item as new take.
Cool. This is important information.
Once again, this is all in Reaper. I don't know how it works in other DAWs. It's probably very similar.
This chair's more comfortable than a stool, but it's not that comfortable.
Just processing it right now. You see that green status bar? Hi. I'm the green status bar.
Stratus bar? Dude, that's not...
Oh, it did all of them.
John.
I gotta stop doing that. So make sure, if you have everything selected, that you select that one track that you want to bounce down.
Embarrassing. But it's like a teacher, like a really good teacher. Be a teacher.
Like, oops, what did I do? I guess that's not gonna work.
Jimmy, what did I do wrong? You talk to me What do you mean I talked to you? You talked to me in a sexual way? Jimmy, I did not do that.
Okay. So let's go ahead and solo that and make sure everything's still intact. Now we can go back to our effects chain. Let's close this guy out. Turn back on the tremolo pan.
When do they get it here?
Turn back on the wah.
Okay, I'm liking it. Mm-hmm.
So we're going to probably leave those effects as they are on there because that's the way it was intended. Like something like compression or limiter or something like that, it may not have been done for artistic purposes, just to make the whole monitoring situation easier. But these were clearly done as an artistic choice. No phaser on there because one of the cards was everything has to have phaser on it. We're not going to put phaser on every fucking thing. I mean, we could put phaser on the mix bus.
Oh yeah,
that was a terrible card. That was probably my card. That sounds like my card.
No, okay. On Turquoise Dream Seed, we were like, you must do what the card says, every single card. And some of that album came out pretty.
It made it really quick. It made the album quick, following all the rules.
But on this one, we didn't just change the working title concept. Where on Turquoise Dream Seed, it said this is a title, and we cannot get away from that, right? The other mistake we made at Turquoise Dream Seed is we put cards back in the deck. And if you're going to do this, do not put cards back in the deck. Once you use a card, like you can do what you want, but take it from guys who have done this for 3 years. Do not.
System, yeah. We've been doing this a lot longer.
We've been making music for...
okay, don't lose your train of thought, though. I didn't mean to distract you.
Don't put cards back in the deck. It's just, you end up with like 5 auto-tune songs on one album.
That's true. We pulled out auto-tune.
And Kanye cards.
Twice,
That's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
No, what happened is, like, we're not trying to be mean, but to us, if something says do it in the style of Kanye West, we're like, oh, we're going to just do some artificial auto-tune on this.
The reason for that being that my favorite Kanye West stuff is like Love Lockdown, 808 and Heartbreaks album.
Right, so we're not being mean. We wouldn't have made a Kanye West card if we didn't like his music
but
on some level.
That was so the reasoning behind that.
So if you do this card system idea, we recommend having a bin or whatever you Americans call it, where you put the cards. You know what I mean? Don't reuse cards. It's not a good idea. That's how we end up with Sully's Mother Part 3, Part 2, and nobody knew what was going on. Like, the CD has different song titles than the digital files and all this shit.
It was a big headache with the publisher.
Basically, the way it works now, Sylvia's Mother Part 3 is the song that talks about Jesus and Magdalena. And Sylvia's Mother Part 2 is the, waiting for the moonrise, start my day song. And, but if you look at a CD, it's completely different because nobody knew what was going on with the song titles.
Yeah.
Because we were like, oh, we pulled Sylvia's Mother, Part 2, Part 3.
I still don't know what's going on. But, so...
I only worry about what's online at this point.
This is one of my favorite parts of the song. Probably my favorite part is this really, really... What instrument is it actually...
It was my idea. It was my idea, John.
So
but
basically...
you did it. You pulled it off. It was my idea and his work.
So this is a... He spelled all over himself. So... This is just a soft trumpet using the Expand 2 plugin from Air Music Technology. But what I did is when I was playing
you wrote it. Rode, R-O-D. Just say that.
When I was... He insists I say I rode the pitch wheel. So what I did is while I was playing it, I purposely took the pitch wheel and just made it sound all crazy and all kinds of out of tune. Like just probably somebody that maybe normally knew how to play the trumpet, but was completely wasted. And just... Right?
No.
So anyway...
when it comes to quirkiness, is one of my favorite things we've ever done.
Yeah, so I mean, you probably heard it earlier. I'm just going to play it.
Yeah.
So that you can hear what I'm talking about. So it almost sounds more realistic than an actual synthesized trumpet.
Oh, that was a good choice.
has a much more natural, like, just...
I recommend it for anybody. Except Birdie. Don't do this, Birdie.
It just added the whole crazy party gone wrong vibe to it.
The important thing on our albums, and like we don't overthink it until after I post about it on Twitter, but the point is, like, we want you to have this like dark movie theater like experience where you're like, okay, there's a song about this and there's a song about that, but then you get like these dark ass characters, like a weird, horrible play.
And once you do,
I think that's appropriate to say.
Once you do apply the sound with the effects as a new take, always make sure it sounds right. If it doesn't sound right, you're gonna have to do like a live bounce. And
it's a pain in the butt.
If it doesn't work, I will show you how to do that. But let's just make sure it still sounds like it did.
I hope it does.
All wacky and out of tune and whatever.
Sweet.
Here we go.
No one says no. Sounds good.
Still sounds the same. Didn't do anything weird.
It
All
worked.
right.
It worked.
It did
no
work.
extra work needed. All right, are you going to show the song the whole way through or not? It seems like you're not.
We are still in the process of preparing it. We are preparing the meal.
I'm hungry.
Everybody's
All I
hungry.
ate was a hamburger today with horseradish sauce.
All right, so
I put that on everything. It's less calories than ranch. I highly recommend it. Have I told this story before?
you tell this story every episode, but it's all right. He loves horseradish sauce for now. All right.
No, I'm never going to stop loving horseradish sauce.
So over in item processing, just right click. You got your thing. It's in the second block here. Item processing. Go ahead and go over to normalize items. This is going to put all the peaks at 0 on each track. Okay. See that? Everything jumped up in volume.
That's cool.
I had everything selected by pressing Control A. Make sure you do that. And let's make sure we don't have everything selected now, just so we don't run into a mistake like we did earlier. And everything's going to be extremely loud and equal in volume right now. So it may be uncomfortable.
Throwing up the night with a crown on my head. Don't stumble, baby, you're walking with a king. A bottle of absence and a lipstick in my hand. No time for two chap, anyway, give me two of everything. Get better, me, this was a walking dead. Take a good look, ladies, you like what you see. Kissing on the floor, making love to the banana. So many houses, it's all they wanna be. Swimming in the pool naked.
Cool. A little teaser there. A lot of phase on that vocal. I think that may be the only thing we kept phase on.
I'm pretty sure.
So we're going to go ahead here and we are going to
Save.
insert a new track. Alright, since he insists on saving, because I pretty much do that every step of the way. I mean, I don't really have to go up here every time. I'm pretty sure it's Control S. Don't quote me on that. I usually.
Oh, by the way,
I'm
I
more
told
comfortable
somebody
with toolbar.
that it was like the Apple button it's the command button on Macs.
Okay.
Not the Apple button, it's command button.
Ah.
Sorry, folks.
Well. Okay. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and turn off the master send on all these tracks. Because we don't actually want it going to... Don't look at me right now. Don't look at him. Look over here at the mixer screen. Where my arrow is. What it's going to do is prevent these tracks from being sent to here. Because we don't want that. Because we're going to send it to an auxiliary track.
So, anyway, the idea is that I don't want to be narrow-minded, but I almost gotta say this. I never want to make a Brethren album where there's not at least one dark ass song on it. Like that's part of our thing. Like it's not forced. We don't plan it, but that darkness is part of us.
That's terrifying.
Dude, have we ever made an album where there's not like one dark ass track?
No. Even this, I wasn't ignoring him. I actually was hearing what he was saying. Many of you are probably like, he didn't even listen to him. But you know what?
No. I'm saying like
I am listening. I'm
you
just
can listen
doing
to
this at the same
Coldplay
time.
albums and there's no dark songs on there.
Mm,
Is that not true?
it's not true.
So every Coldplay album has a dark song.
Pretty sure. Like, not like this. Not like... But, I mean, all right.
Good.
But it's not all kittens and pearls.
Skittles and beer.
Skittles and burps.
Burps.
Skittles and burps.
Yeah.
It's pretty accurate.
Skittles are gross. So, if you give us some money and some Skittles, we'll plug you. I don't want to.
We will not. We will not. We're not sellouts.
No.
All right, so we're going to label this Ox Master.
I did tell Taylor not to do any more Diet Coke ads.
I feel bad about that because we're kind of like, we joke about it. Like, hey, give us money. We'll promote you. Whatever. It's a joke.
They know it's a joke.
We're living in a time where it's becoming really uncool to be corporate and, you know.
No. Like, what happened is...
So I don't want people thinking that because we've never been like that.
Are you just gaslighting yourself because they realize we have like 3 views on some of our videos, so I don't know who would pay us to...
I'm just saying.
Okay, so here's the point. Is a couple of years ago, there was this really bad McDonald's campaign.
Oops.
Do you know how, like, when like your Twitter feed gets these random commercials in them? You know what I'm saying? You're on Twitter, and you see commercials in your Twitter feed.
Yeah.
You see ads,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not following a person.
Yeah.
There'd be all these musicians, and like it wouldn't be the McDonald's account. It'd be like their verified account. Like, I'm a musician, I'm verified, I post about my life, I post about my music, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
And it's just McDonald's ads.
Yeah.
And it shows up as it's forced into your Twitter account. You're not even following that musician.
Yeah.
I just block shit out of people.
Sorry, I'm not doing that.
No.
I don't mean to be freaking...
No, that's not judgmental. That's being...
No, it's not being judgmental. I'm not, you know... Whatever.
Well...
It's not like I'm trying to be punk or something. Like... we were kind of punky when we started. We had a punk attitude.
We
were kind of dicks. But we were pretty much dickheads.
Right, but then we drank several cans of Milwaukee and felt more compassionate towards humankind, as old Milwaukee makes you feel. Drink 6 beers and you will feel so nice. Available in 24 packs.
Moving on. All right, so the reason you're not hearing any sound here is I got none of these tracks actually going to the master fader.
Well, I feel like if they're gonna pay us money, we should mention the name of the beer that we're drinking, which is El Milwaukee Light.
we're gonna get like maybe it's gonna be like streaming service money, like 0.00008 cents per times you mention Milwaukee Light.
No, or they'll send us like 10 pallets of El Milwaukee Light till we get sick of drinking it.
You'd make more money recycling those cans than you would off of an endorsement deal from Old Milwaukee Light. Sorry. Call him. He'll do it. He'll do it.
Oh, you don't know what I do for money.
He would do anything for love.
I actually
He
don't.
would consider it love.
I actually like money less than any person on the planet, to be honest. That's why I have done.
Yeah.
How much I dislike money, I refuse to own it.
I noticed you went from suits to shorts, so I don't know what happened to
Okay.
you recently, but
No, I swore that I'd never wear the same outfit twice. I'm going for working man when I say that.
Mm-hmm.
But then the Oracle told me to wear these cute shorts.
cool. Make sure you keep your points short. All right. So anyway,
I went for
what? It wasn't a joke. Just let me explain this, and then you can start talking, because I'm trying to... All right, so on our Aux Master bus here, we are going to go ahead and... I'm probably not explaining things real good here.
Real well.
Click on the routing button. It's under the solo
real
button.
well.
Who cares about grammar? So it's under the solo button here. It's the routing. Go ahead and go all the way to the last option, which is receives, and add receives from all tracks. Okay? So,
Donald Trump.
okay.
Okay. They're adding all the grammars to all the tracks.
I just learned he's just a mixing tutorial teacher.
I wish that's what he did for a living.
I don't. He'd be worse at it than me. So now that Aux Master track that we created is actually receiving audio from all the other tracks, all 7 of them. And you still won't be able to hear it for a good reason, because we still got the master send turned off. Did you say it's nerdy?
No, I said it's so much better.
Oh, I thought...
I was talking about...
I was going to agree, it is nerdy, but...
No. I was saying this chair is so much better because not only does it not hurt my bum so much, I can set beers on the ground without just dropping them and having beer spill everywhere.
Okay, and right now we are going to insert a new track, and we're going to label this one the Mix Bus. Okay, and the Mix Bus is going to the master fader, but you ain't gonna be able to hear it. And the reason you can't hear it is because there's nothing going to it. Don't send all the tracks over to the Mix Bus if you got like an Aux Master on here. The reason for the Aux Master is just so when we're going to the Mix Bus chain, we can turn it up or down to drive the compressor and limiter harder. But we do want to take the Aux Master routing here. Just go ahead and left click on it and drag it over to the Mix Bus. Okay, so now everything's going to the Aux Master. The Aux Master is going to the Mix Bus. Sorry, I'm doing that with my hands again. Nobody can see what I'm doing.
I can.
And you can. And Mix Bus is being sent over to the master fader. So now, if everything is right...
You can kind of see it, though. You can kind of see what you're doing.
That's true. So if everything's right, we should be able to
How
actually...
many thousands of viewers do we have?
2. We should have audio right
viewers.
now.
Okay.
So let's make sure we got audio.
Throwing up the night with a crown on my head. Don't stumble, baby, you're walking with
And if we mute the Mix Bus, clearly working.
I want you, Jack, baby, I give you 2 of everything.
Oof.
Enemies, who's a walking
Cool.
again. Take
All
your
right.
foot, let please you.
I don't get any stories, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to retweet your post.
We're going to take a little break here in a second.
Okay, I'll wait.
You should wait. But we are going to, right now, we are going to create a rough balance using Isotope Visual Mixer.
That's what it's called.
So, if you got it,
Hashtag ad.
you're good to go. If you don't got it, either do the rough mixes on your own, balance everything on your own, or, I mean, get it if you think it's cool.
Get it, boy.
Whatever you want to do.
Get it, girl. Get it. Non-binary.
What?
It's a thing, bro.
That's floating math.
That's a way of thinking about it.
And make sure you don't say replay. I do that every time. It was a store in Vegas that sold used action figures, really cool.
Oh
But every
my
time I go to
God.
type in relay, I type in replay just because I get excited.
Replay was so cool. Like you'd like spend like 20 years looking for a figure and like rocking replay back there in mint condition with all the accessories.
Yeah,
What's that?
that is a dog barking.
I thought he farted.
He's very mature.
No, you would say, but he did not fart. I gotta admit.
So
Wait, are the dogs in or out?
they're in.
Did you know Cotton's more?
Don't we're gonna. Oh, sorry. I don't mean to. I don't mean to get aggressive.
See,
I've had a couple of beers, and
it sounds like a married couple.
I get a little aggressive when I not physically, just I learned that from watching our videos over. Once I have a couple of beers, I'm just like
I was just gonna point out how
kind of going to the asshole. Oh, just cutting you off constantly. Go ahead.
Cotton's kind of more popular than we are, though. Like, I think people are like, "When's Cotton coming?"
All right, we're gonna need a potty break here in a second. So,
I need a potty break. I was just gonna share the link and go ahead.
we got to move on, dude. This coffee is kicking. So, what you can do in Reaper is just drag it from one channel to another. The effect. So I got the relay here. I'm gonna go ahead and drag the relay over to channel 2, drag it over to channel 3, drag it over to channel 4.
Somebody's dragging
and so
some
on.
shit upstairs.
Yeah.
Hey, Bury the Bodies went out on a live feed.
And so on. Okay. I'm sorry. I really gotta pee.
The old Taylor Swift can't come to the phone right now.
So let's go ahead and save this up. And we're going to open the effects chains. The effects chain on the mix bus.
Do you know the difference between effects and effects?
And we're going to say,
Sounds like
I'm
you're
not ignoring him. I just really need a break. Visual, I can't even think right now. Here we go. Visual mixer. Obviously BST3. Don't need to explain that again. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and
I want to find out who our loyal viewer is.
we're gonna hit Mix Assistant.
And we're gonna go to the weird in between screen.
We're gonna go to begin. We are gonna go to the be right back screen or whatever it is. And always remember to select the focus, or else you won't be able to do anything with it. So our focus is vocal 1.
Cool.
Okay. And possibly even that crazy sound, but won't worry about that. Actually, let's make that a focus. Let's try having 2 focuses. Let's see how it sounds. Alright, so we hit begin listening. It is waiting for you to play the song from the beginning so that it can create a rough balance. And we're going to hit play. These pants are too tight is the problem.
That's stupid.
And why it creates a rough balance. Sorry about that. Wrong screen. We're going to go ahead and take a little intermission. You can do the same thing. Let's see. What does intermission look like? Nope. Be right back. And we'll be back in a couple minutes here.
So many ideas, there's only one of me. Swimming in the pool naked, slipping like a snake, crawling like a baby, oh for God's sake. Now watch me hit this 8-ball in the top right corner pocket. I'm the body time wrist slasher, an overloaded drunk bastard. I come in hard and I go out cold with a vodka in my gun and a tag on my toe. I'm the resident gate crasher. Did the same thing last year. I'm coming fast and go out home. A legendary band with a classic sound. Waking up tomorrow as the Lord of the Dead. Don't mumble, lady, you're talking to the king. A bottle of beavers and a razor in my hand. No time for bullshit, yakety yak, I got a funeral.
He's the party time wrist slasher, a glorious dark master. He's coming soon and no one knows. He's asking for it all and no one says no.
Okay, we haven't got anywhere, but we're still on a little break. So just stick around or come back, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to go back to that Be Right Back screen and play the song through. I'm going to hit Go to Results on here. Whoa, what am I doing? I'm talking to the streaming software. So I'm going to go ahead and it clipped just because everything was up at 0 dBs. So if you look over here, it says listening. Let's go ahead and say go to results. And you want to make sure that the classification is right on all of them. So that drum loop is percussion, the bass is bass. Backing vocal is not percussion. I have no clue why I thought the backing vocal was percussion. We're going to go ahead and voice on both of those backing vocals. We're going to Kickwalk, Sound Center. That's our piano sound. It is musical. And we got the vocal is a focus, and the expand, which is the crazy horn sound, the trumpet sound, is a focus as well. So we're not going to go ahead and hit accept quite yet, but we are going to play it. We're going to listen to the new mix that the Neutron 3 visual mixer created. Yes. And we're going to take a little break while it plays the new mix.
Cool.
So stick around.
Please.
And get he's
desperate. I'll let you touch my hair. People are like, don't touch my hair. I'm like, you can touch my hair. It's fine.
So we're going to go ahead and...
John won't touch my hair.
We're going to play it while we take a little, while we continue our break here, but we will be back. It's not going to be like a half an hour or nothing. It'll be like 5 minutes.
We're smoking a cigarette.
We are going to smoke a cigarette. You do the same thing. You go smoke a cigarette, and you come back. And by the time you come back, hopefully we'll be back on. But we got cigars, little tiny cigars. So
many flavors.
Whatever. They may take a little longer than your cigarette. But
I'm pretty quick.
It'll be about 5 minutes. Yeah, he sucks them down. But anyway, here we go. Give it a listen. I'm going to give it some juice.
A bottle of asses and a lipstick in my hand. No time for chit chat, anyway, give me two of everything. Get better, me, these fools are walking dead. Take a good look, ladies, you like what you see. Kissing on the blonde, making love to the banana. So many hotties, there's only one of me. Swimming in the pool, naked, slitting like a snake. Crying like a baby, oh, for God's sake. Now watch me hit the same ball in the top right corner pocket. I'm the body timer, wrist slasher, an overloaded drunk bastard. I come in high and I go out cold with a vodka in my gun and a tag on my toe. I'm the resident gate crasher, did the same thing last year. I come in fast and go out cold, a legendary man with a classic sound. Waking up tomorrow as the Lord of the Dead. Don't mumble, lady, you're talking to the king. A bottle of babes and a razor in my hand. No time for bullshit, yakety yak, I got up, you don't
He's a
understand.
party time wrist slasher, a glorious dark master. He's coming soon and no one knows. He's asking for it all and no one says no.
I'm the body timer and slasher, the same thing last year. I come in fast and go out home. A legendary man with a classic soul. Showing up tonight with a crown on my head. Don't stumble, baby, you're walking with a king. A bottle of absence and a lipstick in my hand. No time for chit-chat, anyway, give me two of everything. Compared to me, these fools are walking dead. Take a good look, ladies, you like what you see. Kissing on the blow, making love to the brunette. So many hotties, there's only one of me. Swimming in the pool, naked, slinging like a snake. Crying like a baby, oh for God's sake. Now watch me hit this 8-ball in the top right corner pocket. I'm the party timer, wrist slasher, an overloaded drunken bastard. I come in hard and I go out cold, with a vodka in my gun and a tag on my tail. I'm the resident gate crasher, did the same thing last year. I come in fast and go out old, a legendary man with a classic soul. Waking up tomorrow as the Lord of the Dead. Don't mumble, lady, you're talking to the king. A bottle of babies and a razor in my hand. No time for bullshit, yakety yak, I got a few on
He's a party time wrist slasher, a glorious dark master. He's coming soon and no one knows. He's asking for it all and no one says no.
Did the same thing last year. I come in fast and go out old, a legendary man with a classic soul.
Coming back. I'm coming back. We're coming back. Starting soon. Okay. So, I was in the other room listening to it on our monitor in the other room and realized, man, that doesn't sound quite right. Something's going weird here. Like, what the fuck is happening? We definitely don't want to accept that.
Oh, we fucked up.
So,
By we, I mean him.
it was me. It was the operator's fault.
Once again.
Yep.
He did accuse me of distracting him this time.
All right. So,
He will.
about to show you what I did wrong here.
That's a good lesson.
Look at these faders. So these faders should all be at 0 for this process because the visual mixer can only do so much. I think it's so much boosting or so much cutting, whatever. Anyway, we didn't give it enough to work with because we didn't change these faders back to 0. So what we want to do is highlight everything with Control A. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we are going to turn them all down, and then we're going to double click on one of the channels or one of the faders and put them all back up to 0. Okay, so now it's a flat mix. Now everything's at the same volume basically, and we can go ahead and probably turn our master back down here. You can double click that and it will reset it back to 0.
Good lesson.
Okay, and while I redo this process, we're not actually going to sit there and listen to the rough mix again. But as you can hear, it's probably going to sound a lot different when I start it. Whew! It is loud.
Wait.
So we're going to mute the master fader because that's not going to control... That's not going to have anything to do with the visual mixer doing a rough balance, right? So we can go ahead and mute that. And we're going to go back to Mix Assistant. Okay, we're going to say begin. Let's go ahead and click on these bright red squares here where the track's clipped. And...
Wait, do you got start?
Make sure we got our focus on. Vocal 1's a focus, and expand 2, our horn sound, is a focus. We're going to say begin listening and start it all over again without you being able to hear it, without us being able to hear it. All right. And as you can see, there's lots of clipping going on, and it will control that. It will turn everything down to a point where it's not clipping. And what do you want to talk about while?
Well, I've been rereading my Philip K. Dick anthology. Would you like to talk about that?
That's...
I'll take it as a no. I know what I can do. I'll be right back.
You're going to leave me on my own. He's leaving me on my own.
No. I'll be right back.
So you are going to make mistakes every once in a while. As long as you catch them, you're all right.
Oh, I will be right back. Don't worry.
All right.
You carry the weight.
So that was the good thing about the break. I was able to go into the other room and listen to it back and go, something's going wrong here. Something's happening here. All right. Since I don't got anything to say, for myself, we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn the master fader down here. And, oh, it's Cotton. Hi, Cotton. Sorry there's no music playing, buddy. Oh. What we're doing right now is we are letting the Neutron 3 visual mixer give us a rough balance. Is that cool? Can you give us rough? There's a little stink going on. It's all right. He's a good boy. He's happy. He went for a walk today with his friend Shiloh, and he was very mellow after that. He's usually not very mellow. He's kind of a yappy little dog, but he gets camera shy. So you may be like, oh, he's so nice and cute and quiet. He's not quiet. This guy barks all day long, always demanding treats. Always. All right.
So what they tell you about poodles is true. Like, poodles do not want to live alone. You need 2 poodles. Twice the bark.
I just realized how short the song is. The song is only
I know. It's like 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes. Pretty much 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
So many smells. I can't
and 112 milliseconds. All right. So, looks like it's done. All right. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go to results now.
He doesn't.
Ow, he's scratching my arm
again. He doesn't
again.
want to be here. Well, there's your 15 minutes of fame once again.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and turn that mute off on the master fader, and we're gonna click all the bright red squares where it clipped.
Kyle, you want to go outside?
And now we should have a decent balance. I do apologize for that. I was really just trying to see if you could catch it yourself. And you probably did. You're probably like, what the hell is going on? All right, so we go to edit classification, make sure everything's right. I think it keeps the, it saves the settings from the last time you edited the classification. Musical, Pocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus? We're going to go ahead and we're
His
going
breath is hanging in the air, bro.
Yeah, it is. You can have all the tropical air fresheners you want, but it's not going to, I don't want to make fun of him. He's cute.
He's cute, but...
But luckily there's no smell-o-vision. Yeah.
It's stuck in here. It smells like rotten Doritos.
Okay, we're going to play it. We shouldn't have any clipping issues. Those loud backing vocals should be brought down. The lead vocals should be up to a reasonable level. Everything should be balanced pretty nicely. If not, you can always use these to control it. But I usually don't because I do that in the mixing process. I just want something that's somewhat well balanced. It's a perfect breakfast. Here we go. Let's hear it. Much better. There we go.
Well, it's probably cotton. I'm going to put cotton. Oh, I'm not here to entertain people.
No, we're here to mix the album.
Oh, I was going to say I'm here to entertain God.
I'll be right back. Let's give it a listen.
Swimming in the pool, naked, slipping like a snake, crying like a baby, oh for God's sake. Now watch me hit this 8-ball in the top right corner pocket. I'm the party timer, wrist slasher, and overloaded joke the bastard. I come in hard and I go out cold, with a pocket in my gun and a tag on my toe. I'm the resident gate crasher, did the same thing last year. I come in fast and go out cold, a legendary man with a classic sound. Waking up tomorrow as the Lord of the Dead. Don't mumble, lady, you're talking to the king. A bottle of babes and a razor in my hand. No time for bullshit, yakety yak, I got a few on the sea.
Party time wrist slasher, a glorious dark master. He's coming soon and no one knows. He's asking for it all and no one says no.
This song scares me.
Scares everybody. It's our attempt at Iron Man. Very mellow Iron Man.
Super mellow.
Alright, so it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Good rough balance. We're gonna go ahead and say
It didn't
accept.
leave backing vocals on the it fixed backing vocals.
What?
Yeah, voice. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, voice. I selected the voice, yeah. Accept. Wow, didn't do much leveling there. That's weird.
I'm the resident gate crasher, did the same thing last year. I
Go ahead and
come
save
in
it up.
fast and go out home, a legendary man with a classic soul.
Alright. Alright. So now it makes sense.
What
Now
the-
we know what happened.
Oh yeah. We do.
The reason I'm drinking a beer is because all the coffee's gone. I would have stuck with the coffee, but it disappeared. What the heck?
What did I do wrong? What did I do?
Where's the talking?
Oh, I was just thinking about Taylor Swift.
Oh my god. Wow.
Well, I was also thinking about Birdie.
All right. So,
I have stories to tell that I only tell on Twitter. So if you want to get I'm going to spell my Twitter handle for the first time. Ascension. ASCENSION. Arcana. ARCANA. At Twitter.
Beware. Parental advisory.
Oh, you should probably take some pills before you read my timeline.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to start by tuning the backing vocals with some Melodyne.
I hope you like pictures of Jesus and Magdalena.
I'm looking at it. Those are the only backing vocals that are on there. That's weird.
Well, we were going to do more layers, and I'm not saying we won't, but this is where we're at.
Okay, so what we do is we go ahead and we go to our effects chain here.
Oh, I got to let the dogs in. Who let the dogs in?
So it's got a
I'll be right back. Don't get scared. I would pat you on the shoulder, but you don't want to be touched by anybody.
That's true.
So I'm going to let the dogs in.
So one thing we got here is, I was talking about this earlier. We do got like compressors on some of these tracks, which was for recording purposes, so that when you're recording, when you got the headphones on, it's not going, the volume's not jumping up and down, and it's not messing up your performance. But we don't want those on. So let's go ahead. Normally we would have turned all that stuff off to start with, but I'm clearly a little off today. So we're going to start by turning the compressors off on the backing vocals.
Oh, you're hungry. So anyway, be back.
And we're gonna rebalance them because they are gonna be either a little bit quieter or a little bit louder depending on what settings we have on the compressors. So let's go ahead and see where the volumes are.
Party time with Slasher, glorious dark master is coming soon, and no one
scares me so
knows
bad.
he's asking for.
All right, so it's still all right.
There's like a 3-year-old's gonna have nightmares of the
They have. I gave it a little boost, just a little 0.13 dB. So it was still decent without the compressor. Compressor was probably just controlling the peaks on it.
Well, I got something to talk about real quick. It's relevant. We previewed Believers Blues at the end of the last episode, but John Stay doesn't know how to mix it. Just tell a story.
The thing with Believer Blues is it's meant to sound like an old field recording, an old blues field recording, and I got to come up with a strategy. I mean, you got to come up with a strategy for you mix everything, but you know, some of this stuff you have like a default strategy as to how you're gonna approach it. You know, you're gonna do this plugin and that plugin and that plugin. You got a preset game plan. Mm-hmm. On that song, I need to make it sound a certain way that I need to think about it a little bit more. Even though it's a much simpler arrangement, believe it or not, it's gonna need like some tape saturation and stuff like that, and I haven't quite figured out. It really doesn't need much. I just haven't figured out what simple approach I'm gonna take to it. I know it's gonna be a simple approach, but I don't want to.
So here we are.
I don't want to jump into that yet.
Right. So here we are at Party Time Wrist Slasher.
Yes.
I can tell one story if you're interested, because you seem to think I'm not talking enough.
Here's the thing: you talk
At the wrong times.
exactly.
So
I'll
anyway,
finish my sentence.
supposedly absinthe. I don't know if it's true or not. Supposedly absinthe is illegal in the U.S. Is that true or not true?
That's the rumor. I have no clue. I really don't know.
So I knew this girl named Card when I was homeless in Las Vegas. I don't know if I was homeless or living in an apartment. Anyway, I was hanging out in Las Vegas Strip all the time, and she had some absinthe, and we drank it.
How'd that go?
It wasn't enough. She didn't give me enough absinthe. I wanted more.
Okay, so we're gonna open up Melodyne.
Oh wow.
Um,
Ooh. That'd be a pretty name for a girl, Melodyne.
That's true. What we need to do is figure out. There it is. There it is. So the default setting is set for percussive. We want it to be melodic. So let's go ahead and actually change this for once. Set default to melodic. So that way we don't have to
Wait,
change that setting every time.
That's weird.
Okay. And we may still have to go and make it melodic. Changing algorithm requires a detection analysis to be repeated. All editing of the existing analysis will be lost. Redetect.
Where is it?
We're going to figure that out here.
Is this Blank Space by Taylor Swift? Get it?
So we're figuring stuff out.
Well, there it is.
It's down here. It's very low.
That's what happens.
Just move around till you find it. And the key of the song is, if you look up here, look at where my arrow is. Not at us. On the screen where the Melodyne is. I always put the key of the song next to the title for easy reference. So it's actually A flat major.
Cool.
Hopefully it's major.
All right, I'm taking a smoke break.
Which is actually...
Because you criticized my talking here, and I'm leaving. Plus I want to smoke. And I got a cough.
G sharp, A flat, blah, blah, blah. Same thing. Let's go to G sharp major. Okay. And now, look up here. A flat major. I got a little confused. I'm like, I know it's A flat. I know it's not. I mean, G sharp, A flat are the same thing, but I'm like, I started to question myself for a second there. And the second you do that, the whole universe turns against you. So don't do that. It's the best bit of advice today. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to go to we're going to go to edit. We're going to go to macros. We're going to go to correct pitch. Okay, and we want to snap to chord scale for sure, because we don't want out of tune notes. And with backing vocals, you can be a little more drastic. You can turn the pitch center and the pitch strip up a little higher than you would normally. I'm going to go ahead and just try it at snap to chord scale. I'm going to say okay. And I'm going to go back to edit. And with this new Melodyne 5, you can do note leveling. So I'm going to do the same thing because I'm going to end up putting a compressor on these tracks. So make quiet notes louder. We're going to put it at 50. Make loud notes quieter. We're going to put that at 50. That should give us a pretty even, some pretty even levels there. So let's go ahead and solo that and hear how it sounds. Backing vocal 1. I can actually do it over on my mini mix here. Hold down the solo. Push the mute button. And that actually solos it. So we're going to go ahead and listen to that by itself.
He's the party timer slasher, a glorious dark master. He's coming soon and no one knows. He's asking for it all and no one says no.
Rather scary, but let's say okay. Kind of pretty decent in some way. It's supposed to be kind of creepy sounding, so that's the reason for that. It's kind of like the idea was like brainwashing. They're like, He's the glorious dark master. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You know, it probably speaks better just listening to it than I could actually explain it. So we're gonna do the same thing with backing vocal here, backing vocal 2. We're gonna go ahead and add the melodyne. Pull that up. I think this is Aaron's backing vocal. That was mine. Okay, we just need to find it. It's around here somewhere. He might have been really low. Let's see. There it is. Okay. Got macros. Correct pitch. As you can see, it actually remembered that we were in A flat major, which is a big surprise to me. I was like, "Oh shit, I forgot to change the key." So let's see what happens when we say snap the chord scale. Good. Like normally, I actually thought I had to select all the notes with Control A before to actually affect them, but I'm seeing now that it worked automatically, so that's good. I don't remember the last melodyne working like that. Head and hit OK. And let's hear how that sounds. Let's hear the two backing vocals together. Aaron's backing vocal and my backing vocal.
He's the party time slasher, a glorious dark master. He's coming soon and no one knows. He's asking for it all and no one says no.
Okay, sounds like we want it. Couple brainwashed morons. Let's go ahead and level out his vocal. We go to edit, and then we go to macros, and we go to note leveling, and we're just gonna do it at 50% on both settings. Make quiet notes louder, 50%. Make loud notes quieter, 50%. Okay. Now let's hear it real quick. Both the solid. See what we got.
He's the party time slasher, a glorious dark master. He's coming soon and no one knows. He's asking for it all and no one says no.
It's the worst barbershop quartet ever. I know, but barbershop duo didn't make any sense. You know what we got? All right, here we go. We're gonna save it up. Take those out of solo, and now we're gonna go ahead and tune the lead vocal. You left that monitor really loud in the other room, by the way.
The other room's too loud?
I can hear it. I can hear it through the door.
I just broke a cigarette anywhere. You're doing pretty good. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm trying.
We are proud of you, son.
I'm trying. The hunger's starting to kick in again. I'm sorry.
I call it hangriness.
It's not really, well, it's not hangriness yet. It's getting there.
Who wants a hot pocket?
I want a hot pocket.
Who wants some biscuits and tea?
I want biscuits and I don't want biscuits and tea though.
Sounds terrible.
All right, so I'm gonna go. It does. So I'm gonna open up Melodyne.
It's a giant pot roast.
On this lead vocal here.
Who wants some beef stew?
And as you can see, since we changed the default to melodic, it's no longer doing it's now recognizing it as melodic. I lost my words there for a second. I still haven't found the words. So we're going to go to edit. We're going to go to macros. And we're going to correct the pitch here. We're going to... it remembered it as A flat major, which is super cool. We're going to say snap to chord scale. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing with the note leveling because we are going to compress it and add a vocal rider to it in a second here. But we do want to have some control over it just to make it a little easier on the other processes that we're going to put it through. Okay, quiet notes louder, 50%. Make loud notes quieter, going to 50%. So, okay. Go ahead and give it a listen and see how it sounds.
Throwing up tonight with a crown on my head. Don't stumble, baby, you're walking with a king. A bottle of ashes and a lipstick in my hand. No time for chit chat, baby, I give you two of everything. Compared to me, this was a walking dead. Take a good look, ladies, you like what you see. Kissing on the blow, making love to the brunette. So many houses, there's only one of me. Swimming in the pool, naked, smelling like a snake. Crying like a baby, oh, for God's sake. And watch me as I say, ball in the top right corner pocket.
Cool. So the cool thing with Melodyne, at least the way it works with Reaper, is it will always put it as the first effect in the effects chain. So it's not going to put Melodyne after the phaser or whatever and try to tune the phaser. It always automatically takes it and puts it first in the chain, which is what you want because you don't want to tune effect. Maybe you do. Maybe that'd be cool, but we do want to turn the compressor off on the vocal because we are going to do we're going to redo the compression on it because once again the compressor was put on there just for recording purposes, just to keep the vocal level while we were listening to it on headphones and performing it, so that when you got loud it didn't like mess up your monitoring situation. So I'm going to turn that off. It might jump all over the place at this point, but we will control that. So let's go ahead and close this window here. We got the compressor off. And let's save it up. And make sure it's not too loud or too quiet. The vocal.
Throwing up tonight with a crown on my head. Don't stumble, baby, you're walking with a king.
It's alright.
Bottle of ashes and a
They clearly had very light compressor settings on it. Once again, probably just to control the peaks. Okay. And where do we start? We start with the vocals. Let's go ahead and after the Melodyne, let's put a vocal rider on there. The vocal rider is going to do it's going to control the dynamics of the vocals a little further, not too much. It's a little pretty much transparent compression. It's not really a compressor. It's just like if you were riding the fader, that's too loud, turn it down. That's too quiet, turn it up. But the good thing about the vocal rider by Waves is it does it automatically for you. And you can change like the sensitivity and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and find it. Let's type it under filter in Reaper, vocal rider. We're going to go ahead and do the stereo VST3 here. Just waiting for it. There it is. But we don't after the phaser. We want it right after the Melodyne. Let's just go ahead and give it a listen. We want it floating around 0 a little more than that. We don't really want it pulling it down on every note like it's doing. So we're gonna move the target around here. Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm doing the vocal rider. I'm just explaining that we want it kind of floating around 0 here. We don't want it like jumping up too high and sticking at the top of the range. We don't want it going too low and sticking at the bottom of the range. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like if I can demonstrate exactly what I'm talking about here. So if I turn the target too high, it's not moving. It went to the top of the range.
Stayed there.
And it's stuck there. Turn down too low.
Don't like it.
So we want to do what we want it to do is float around 0.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Let's just make sure there's no parts that where it overdoes it. It's a very controlled vocal actually, but here's the quiet part. Gotta bring it down. It's floating up there. Let's go back to that part and make sure it doesn't do that again. That'll do.
That'll do.
That'll do.
I approve.
That'll do. All right.
So many funny stories I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, so we got the vocal rider on
Can't believe
there.
it. We're almost going to make the full season.
What?
Like, we're almost like 13 episodes in.
Yeah, we don't got many more songs left to mix, but we do got revisions and stuff. So
Yeah, that's really incredible.
that is. It
On the
is.
next album, though, you're going to see us write songs. We're going to see us pull us cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be a lot cooler when we're actually in the middle of the creative process.
I do got some fan mail to read.
Not these cards again.
No, these are different cards.
All right.
You guys should do a naked version of this. I don't know what that means.
We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Ah.
If you guys know so many hot girls, why are they never in the videos?
Why don't you answer these questions? You're just reading them.
All right, you want a naked version? I'll give you a naked version.
No. Don't do it, man.
If God loves me, why did my dog die?
On to the next question.
Did you hear that one? Did you hear that one?
Huh?
Did you hear that one? Did you hear that third question? Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What did I say?
I don't know.
If God loves me, why did my dog die?
Dude, I tell you not to get...
I can't tell who's more handsome, Johnny Kinetic or Aaron Mystery, so I just want to have a menage a trois with both of them. Both of them? Both of them.
Which way is the studio, man?
John, do you have answers to any of those questions? John,
I have answers for all the questions.
go ahead. Answer them all.
All right, what's
To
question
me-
number 1? Oh.
It's asking why we aren't ever nude for our live feeds.
That's easy.
You
don't want to see that. All right.
Totally do want to see that. If you guys know so many hot girls, why are they never in a studio?
Because we don't want you stealing them.
If God loves me, why did my dog die?
Because all dogs go to heaven.
Oh, I'm not going to read this again. What it says is, if I find you equally attractive, why can't we have menage a trois?
Because I don't cross swords. He does. Oh, here we go. Oh.
That was the sound of my dick getting hard.
Oh, we lost the viewer. Good job. Every time I leave. Every time I leave you on your own. We don't care. We're here to mix. I'm just trying to explain things.
I love fan mail. Please send me more.
All right. So I'm gonna get this mogul rocking here. We're gonna load. What are we gonna load? Have you learned anything? I was just gonna see if
7K. 7K.
7K. Can somebody create a plugin that just adds 7K? It's like it can be called 7K. And it just he's close. Okay. CLA, Mix Hub, Light. You got beer all over me.
You absorbed it immediately. I saw it. It was like venom.
All right, it is 8:40. We're going to stop at 9.
Oh, that's so sad.
Mountain Man
Are
time.
we going to preview another song, though? Yes. What song?
All right, let's get going on this.
Wait.
Everybody's getting exhausted.
No. Oh, we're going to preview Shoebox. Thank you, Birdie.
That's true.
Thank you so much, sweetheart.
Okay, so it's right where we want it. At the end of our effects chain. For now.
I love those colors.
Okay. Let's give ourselves some juice, though. And sorry if you're getting like a weird doubling echoing effect, which sometimes happens because we are listening to the speakers. We're not going to mix on headphones.
Because it's boring.
It's boring and
it hides our really cute ears. Kind of like this cute hairstyle I'm wearing tonight.
I'm not going to claim that. But sorry if it is doing that because it'll come through the microphone and do all kinds of weird. But I don't know if it's doing that right now. So I don't know why I'm explaining that. But it
It
happens.
sounds like you're self-conscious.
Yes. When you doubt yourself, the whole
hates you.
It doesn't hate you. It's against you. So anyway, I'm going to rock it. Here we go.
Ooh. With a
So-
happy socket.
We're going to go ahead and add some. We're not going to add 7K yet. Don't get excited. We're going to see what 15K does to this lead vocal.
God, 15K is so passe.
Whoa. Right about there. Okay. And the next frequency
Hi, I'm Jim.
There's some guy out there. I'm sure he's not watching, but that's his name, and that's how he talks. So I don't know why you're.
Dude, remember the cartoon? We're not going to mention who made it. It was me. I made it.
So we're gonna go ahead and add my frequency, my favorite frequency.
Hi, I'm Jim. With me. My favorite frequency is 7K.
I like how there's 3 watching again. Like people just somebody leaves and somebody comes back.
Oh no! When I went in the other room,
Who doesn't like a good train wreck?
No,
Not literally, but
oh my God, train wreck is idiomatic fool.
Somebody explain to me what idiot. Are you? Am I idiot? Matt? All right.
No, idiomatic.
Idiomatic.
Is where the expression doesn't mean literally what it means. It has a figurative meaning. Idiomatic. If you follow me on Twitter at Ascension Arcana, you'll see so many Chinese idiomatic expressions. Right?
Yes.
I love languages.
All right. Now we're adding some 7K to the vocal.
What I want to say is, don't be racist against other people.
Don't be racist. All the racists have tuned out. Good.
Why? I got so many racist things. That's stupid.
I don't know. With Seinfeld? All the way up. Too much. Bring it down till it's not enough. I'm happy right about there. A little too.
I like it.
Okay, he likes it, so we'll go with it. The phasers. It's hard to control the phaser. Maybe the phasers come afterwards? Let's see what happens if we move the phaser to after the plugin. It's doing weird stuff. I like it both ways. The thing I don't like about it after the mix hub is that some of the it's like it didn't sound like great gate crasher. It sounded like great gate cash. I don't know. It's messing with the sounds of the vocals.
Sibilance.
The sibilance. God, why couldn't I remember that? So we're going to go ahead and leave the phaser where it's at before the mix hub. Okay. We're not going to really...
I'm a weird character.
You're a character?
I'm a weird character.
I know you're a weird character. Everybody knows that. I think you just figured it out, though. You were the last person to figure it out.
So many stories.
So many stories. Anyway, here we go. We're going to go ahead and mess with the compressor a little bit here. A lot.
Or a little bit.
So let's go ahead and move our move the start of the song to right there so we don't got to listen to that silence. At the beginning every time.
Sound of silence.
Let's turn the threshold up all the way. Mess with the ratio here until we get a good setting. Right about there. Go ahead and give the release a listen here. All the way up. Just gonna smash it.
Smash it.
We do have to mess with the release here.
I think it's a sexual euphemism.
We got to control some of the transients.
Do you?
Because the phaser is doing its weird
phasing thing.
So we do got to be able to control that. So that's the reason I'm gonna really kind of smash the transients here.
I feel like it's a sexual euphemism.
I'm right about there on it. I'm gonna mess with the threshold. Bring it down. My goal right here is to control that phaser from taking over. So I wanna gel the vocal and the phaser effect together, so that instead of the phaser like going really high while the vocal's still down here, to kind of smash them together.
I'm glad I got you to do this.
Like a.
I used to know how to work a VS1680. Like, a VS1680.
Yeah, what
When
about
I first got it, I used to actually know how to work it.
Really?
Yeah, but now I don't know.
You talking about on the first album?
I don't know shit. When we first got it, I would be like, "Tell me a story, Daddy."
All right.
No, I actually kind of knew how to work it.
Yeah.
And I just gave up and got a girl pregnant.
I'm pretty sure you just bought it and made me work it. That seems like what happened.
I was partying.
I just, all right, here we
You
go.
don't doubt that. I knew how to party by I didn't know how to party by myself. I knew how to party with so many other people.
Yep. You're a party animal.
Oh my God, we got so many stories. Can you tell a story about the bag of...
Oh, no.
Like,
That was a perfect time to cut you off. So, we're going to listen to this vocal and solo and make sure there's not like some weird low end
running out of time.
Let's use this filter to cut off some of that low end so we don't have any like. Let's see how it sounds. Let me hear it with the music. Right about there.
This is like an asshole to me.
He might be.
Or he might be really cool. I don't know. Can somebody be an asshole and be cool at the same time?
There's lots of people that. Well, I mean. At the same time, no. But like one person can sometimes be really cool and sometimes be an asshole. Well, me too. Like, I probably seem like an asshole right now.
You seem pretty cool.
Oh, okay, thanks.
I seem like an asshole.
But I realized that when I watched, like I was saying earlier, when I watched back the videos, I'm like, once I start drinking, I get a little more aggressive. But when I'm drinking coffee, I'm like totally like just chill.
But you're also hyped up on caffeine.
I'm hyped up on caffeine and the Steel Reserve. So
wait,
I don't know if it's a good mix.
What, the 4 logo? That's the best of both worlds. Wait, we're not going to do our weird, like, watch a funny YouTube video and make fun of it, are we? We're not going to get that in this episode.
If you want to do that, we can do that.
I do want to do that.
All right. Why not add a little more destruction to the train wreck? All right, here we go.
We got to wreck too many trains to count.
So on the
stupid, Aaron.
On the Mix-Up
so
Lite,
sorry.
Nobody's listening to you. On the Mix-Up Lite, we're gonna add some analog overdrive, some mic preamp overdrive.
I recommend my YouTube playlist, Magdalena Overdrive.
So we're gonna go ahead and hit minus 20 dB because we're gonna be boosting the mic preamp setting here, which is gonna add some noise to it.
Noise boys.
Shout out. Shout out.
You get that together?
Probably not. Probably. Okay, so what I need to do here is take control of the fader on the MIDI mix.
It was so weird.
So I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna bring the fader down on the vocal and make it too quiet so that I can gradually add more mic preamp overdrive.
Excuse me.
Nobody can hear that. You should say excuse me. They're like,
It was a very ladylike expression.
it was a controlled belch. All right, here we go. Bring the noise up. Bring it down in volume. Bring the noise up. I've never done that. I've never turned the mic preamp up all the way
Wow.
and decided that it was the best setting for it. But it's probably because it has that phaser on it that it's almost compressing it as well. Because if you watch the VU meters on the plug-in here, they're not going anywhere. It's just totally hitting the max and staying there.
It's crazy, bro.
But it sounds right.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I agree.
All right, so let me go ahead and save that so I don't have to
And
do
let's
that
go to our
again.
YouTube.
Real quick though, we're gonna add the we're just gonna add the effects. We might go a little over 9 Mountain Man time. That's a good name for an album. 9 Mountain Man time.
It's not my worst name.
If you're a folk band, it's a great album name.
Yeah, I'm digging that.
You wouldn't listen to that?
Yeah, I'd probably buy it.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add the CLA vocals. VST3 stereo. And this is the last thing we're going to mix today. We will continue the song in the next episode. But right now, we're going to wrap up the vocal here. I'm just turning all these modules off.
Oh man, that box of cheese is fucking pulling me in, bro.
The box of cheese?
They're not ours. There's a box of Cheez-Its in the fridge.
Oh, the Cheez-Its. Those need to be eaten.
Wait, those are yours?
So here's what I did when the whole Corona thing started. I bought toilet paper, but I didn't hoard toilet paper.
No, because that's fucking.
I just bought like a roll of like a package of toilet paper.
one roll of toilet paper.
But not a roll. But food wise, I was like, man, what if they close everything down?
Right.
Like, I'm gonna need some Cheez-Its.
Those are your Cheez-Its?
So those are still under, yeah.
Wait, shit.
I just bought a bunch of food. I bought like a whole basket of food, and that was once. And then I realized they're not gonna shut this shit down. Fucking grocery stores and chain
Targets.
stores, Targets, Walmarts, they're gonna stay open.
Can you imagine working at Target? Fucking losers. You gotta be a real fucking loser. Target.
That's not going well anyway. That's just here we go. Sorry.
I was gonna say one thing. To the Target employee,
We don't talk about that.
I just want to
That's
say
rude.
I have a Target tie.
Okay, so we're trying not to slap reverb or slap delay here right now. Let's hear how it's up all the way, by the way. Let's hear how 8 sounds. Let's try quarter. Okay, clearly quarter's too much. And I think what we're going for is a slap delay sound on this song.
You gonna stop me from mentioning Target?
Here we go. We're going to bring it down until we lose energy. Gonna bring it up a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna do a stereo widening module here,
What are we doing?
labeled pitch.
YouTube. Whatever I was trying to say.
I'm gonna turn it up all the way. What it's gonna do is it's gonna widen the vocal, obviously. We're gonna bring it down till it's not annoying. Right about there. Let's hear the reverb. Let's start with tight. We're gonna turn it up all the way. We're gonna go to large. We're gonna chamber. Let's try tight. Let's bring it down. Let's hear what large sounds like at this volume. Chamber. I think tight's the best. Okay, let's go ahead and see what adding a little bit more treble to it does here. First setting is bite. A lot of bite. Let's try top. That's a lot. Try roof. I always like that, but it needs to come down. This is like a Steely Dan from hell.
I think all Stewie's songs are about, but that's another day, another story.
All right, so let's try.
Ricky, don't lose that number.
You go back, Jack. You do it again. All right, here we go. But it's a very. We're messing with the compression, by the way, right now. I like Spank the best. Let's come down on it. All right. For now, that's going to have to do.
Right, let's make fun of something.
Save project. All right, he wants to make fun of something. Last time we made fun of me. We played the famous Johnny Kinetic music video, "The Sun Is Shining," where I'm in front of a green screen, and I got my shirt open and I worked way too hard on my abs.
They were
Look
so
like,
cute.
Look like a complete jackass.
The girls next door thought he was photoshopped,
Yes.
like Gerard Butler from that 300.
Yeah.
Like you put him to shame and he was photoshopped. How's it make you feel?
I don't know.
Let's do Jazzy and Blue Eyes lyric video.
There is a risk to doing too many sit-ups.
What?
I didn't know it at the time. All right, here we go. I don't want to explain it. It's gross. All right.
Oh, you pooped.
No, that not that. It's yeah. Anyway.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna exit out of this, or are we gonna?
No, because we're gonna play Shoebox after we make fun of Jasmine Blue Eyes.
So let me go ahead. Why are we gonna make fun of Jasmine Blue Eyes?
Well, she's the most amazing person I've ever met.
So we're gonna make fun of it?
No, what do you make fun of? Aaron and Jon, his dog? What do you make fun of? Another Johnny Connect video, or what are you doing?
Let me go ahead and start by let me load up the next song we're gonna preview, which will be Shoebox.
Mm-hmm. You know how much I love her, right? I guess you do. She's sitting right behind us.
Okay.
No, how are we gonna make fun of me though?
How are we gonna make fun of you?
We already did the My Alley.
You had a whole channel where you did like karaoke and stuff.
Oh no. Are you ready?
Sucker Mouth Lives?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do that. If you're willing to do it, we'll do it.
I'm willing to do anything, Bray.
I'm not Bray. If anybody thinks my name is Bray, you're wrong.
Wait, is his name Bray Wyatt?
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Fiend Bray Wyatt. We mentioned Bray Wyatt or Firefly Funhouse every episode.
If you search something about it, you gotta go by channel.
Look at my search history.
Oh my God! Guys with giant cocks.
It does not say that.
Guys with giant corks.
It's all over the place. All right, here we go.
You gotta search my channel.
Clearly, like two things: wrestling and music.
And cocks.
So we're gonna go to his channel.
God.
Suckermouth. It's probably one word. Suckermouth.
No, it's 2 words, but it's fine.
I'll find it. Let's
You
look
gotta
at it.
search my channel.
Oh boy.
Which one you wanna do?
Suckermouth's IPO. Everybody deserves a share.
What is it?
What is it? What? Why did you title Suckermouth's webcam video from May 14th, 2012?
Oh, Birdie's gonna be so disappointed.
Which one are you not singing on? Just kidding. Here we go. Whoa! Look, Bieber takes over.
Pick one. Pick one.
Good night, Lindsay Teotoriati.
No.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I've never seen that one though.
No.
It's got 42 views, bro.
No.
I like the shirt.
I go with
I'm
it.
pretty sure.
Oh, you stupid son of a bitch. God dang it.
All right, taking you all the way back to 8 years ago. It's not that long ago. At least the Sun is Shining was 10 years ago.
Fuck you.
I had production. I'm not seeing any production
I
price.
was
in this video.
homeless.
You weren't homeless here.
Yes, I was. That was a motel room.
That's not a motel room. That's the house we lived in.
Oh, no. John, you fucked me over, bro.
It's not my fault. You're the one that wanted to make fun of the Sun is Shining.
All right, we're gonna do this. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's fucking do this shit.
Let's do it.
Okay, baby, I love you, Lindsay. I was gonna do Good Friends, but it's not working out. So I'm gonna do Good Friday, which is
That was white noise.
positive anyway. It's really uplifting. So it has some Japanese in it and stuff. I think we can handle it. I think we're just gonna sing along with Freddie. I don't do exactly karaoke. So let's do it.
Oh, I don't like this at all. Birdie's gonna be so mad at me.
What is happening?
I'm pretty worn out too, so let's hope this even sounds.
Why you shut up, bro?
I love you, Lindsay, forever and ever and ever.
I give up on her.
I gave up on you just now. What is this?
I asked you about. I don't want to. Can we abandon this?
It's got nice. It's got nice vibrato.
I don't like any of it.
I can't hear the music. Didn't you have like cutting edge
Okay,
technology like
can we
this?
abandon this, please?
I'm looking at the volume on it. It needs to come up. Wait, let me see.
It's just as though I hold a flower.
Can you explain what was going through your mind at this time?
Yes.
What? White noise. A lot of white noise in your head.
No, it's not white noise. You want me to explain it or
There's
not?
white people. There's a lot of white people in your head.
There's always been a lot.
Don't let white people. Do you want me to end it? Seriously? It's starting to turn into a Tosh.0 episode. You're going to have a redemption. You better work on this. I'll give you a week to work on this song. I can't do it to you. I just can't.
Let's
I
go
don't
to-
know. I don't know what's
Can we go
going
to-
on. I don't. Okay.
Can we just go to animation, please?
All right.
Animation.
We're not gonna.
No.
All right.
Go to
Per your request. Per your request.
Because that was fucking terrifying.
All right. You got some positive titles here. What do
Right.
you want? What do you want?
It's Priscilla Minx. She's pretty cute.
I don't know what one you're talking about.
There's a Priscilla Minx right there. Next to Ace the Zombie.
You talking about this assisted suicide episode right here?
Oh, one down.
This funnier dead?
It's probably done. Did it say funny?
Alright, it's a minute and 40.
You both let a lot of people down with your performances in the tournaments.
I've better things to do than to cater to
Wow, she
boys.
has nice tits.
Listen, I tried. I don't know what happened.
You beat yourself again. As usual, you beat
And that's you?
Fucking calm.
Is that you?
If I fucking get a chance, I blow it.
Aaron,
Are you gonna start singing?
he's upsetting you on purpose. Don't give him satisfaction.
I feel like she's talking to me about me.
to weakness.
Like,
Never gonna watch TV.
this is mind bending. I just got deja vu really bad. Ow!
No, it's not a one.
I got. That was loud, bro.
Something better.
Can we go back and redo that line?
Oh, Priscilla, come on.
I told you not to give her any jokes.
You're both killing me. Deliver the next line.
What are we doing, Monty Python today? It's your fucking line.
What are we going to watch?
A show straight from the internet. From minds just like yours. In fact, we have
mind-blowing.
right now.
Have they put us on the telly?
Don't be ridiculous. We're going to watch Funny or Die Presents.
The
Why do
show's
I gotta be
starting now.
him?
Is that guy cutting his dick off with a saw?
Dude, I think I'm gonna pass out, man.
Look at all that blood. I love it.
Shut up, man. Fuck
It's
Carl.
definitely me.
I can't. The Will Ferrell part hasn't come on yet, you asshole.
Alright, I guess Will Ferrell's worth it all. I'll stick it out.
Well,
Oh, it's not
Ferrell
over.
skit sucks. Both of them.
No!
I don't like any of it.
I really got really bad deja vu during it. I just want to end
Can we
this
use the
episode now.
shoebox?
I was
Shoebox.
happy mixing, so happy mixing, and then I got stuck in hell.
Shoebox.
Gosh, dang it, dude. What's wrong with you?
I'm okay.
You're not okay.
Why?
Because you're not.
Because I've been around the world several times.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the show.
We love you
Pretty
so
much, gentlemen. Ladies, don't watch this.
We love you so much.
Please. All right, we're going to leave you with a unmixed song here.
Did you like my hair today?
We're going to leave...
Tweet me and tell me if you like my hair and its style.
Here we go. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Retro
Oh, sad. Good night. Aaron loves you.